Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Wednesday the 23rd of February 2022. Today was a match day and it was a glorious match day. It was a match day where we won a game for the third match day in a row. We won 2-1 away at Derby County. This is the match report from newsden.co.uk. Millwall registered their third consecutive championship win as they defeated Derby County 2-1 at Pride Park on Wednesday night. And here's a little fun fact for you. I believe this is either the third or fourth time under Gary Rowett that we won 3 games in a row. We haven't won 4 games in a row under Gary Rowett, but we've won 3 multiple times. Goals from Jed Wallace and Tyler Burry. He's second in 2 games. Gave Gary Rowett's side a commanding lead against a club he played for and managed. Jake Cooper turned the ball into his own net with 2 minutes left, but the Lions held on. The result moved Millwall to within 7 points of 6th place with 14 games left to play this season. Oh, please leave off. Leave off with the playoff talk. Millwall went ahead in the second minute and it was Wallace making up for lost time as he scored his 6th goal of the season as he chased the third consecutive campaign scoring double figures. Max Bird aimed to get the... So they don't tell you how. You've probably seen it by now because you've probably seen the highlights. But it was a free kick on the left-hand side. So Jed Wallace went over there to take an in-swinger, and he swung it in, and he got it to kind of bounce just in front of the goalkeeper. But there were several. Like Mason Bennett was there, so another Millwall player was there. They didn't. They run towards it, but they didn't get on it for some reason. I don't know whether it was too quick for them or what, but maybe one called for it and the other left it, and I don't know what happened. But none of them got onto the ball, and the ball just bounced in front of the goalkeeper and then went into the corner of the net. Pretty decent free kick, to be honest with you. Very decent. Okay, Max Bird aimed to get the Rams level on the 12th minute, but his effort went over. 18 minutes in, a Millwall January transfer target, Louis Sibley fired a free kick at goal, but Bartosz Białkowski had no problems with the shot. The Lions continued to be a threat on the counter-attack, but Burry couldn't turn Jed Wallace's cross on the target. 30 minutes in, and it was dreamland for Burry, who followed up his first senior goal for Millwall, his first away from home. Again, Wallace was involved. Yeah, that was a weird one as well. Jed Wallace got the ball. He was in the area. He got the ball. There was like 4 Derby County defenders in front of him. 3 properly close to him. And for some reason, it wasn't coming in that fast. He decided to take a touch, and he took a touch and kind of moved it onto his left foot, which not ideal. I don't think he's left-footed. And then it kind of just got pushed out over towards Tyler Burry, just wellied it into the net. And before that, he had a decent chance as well. Tyler Burry of. He had a nice little shot that he just put over the bar, and damn. So the Rams made 2 changes at halftime as Colin Kazim Richards and Ravel Morrison came on for Sibley and Festi Eversili. Millwall had to mount a rearguard action in the second half to protect their lead. And the Lions were under more pressure in the second half, but composed performances such as George Savills kept the hosts at arm's length. There was a nervy end as Cooper turned Kazim Richards' cross past Białkowski, but Wayne Rooney's side couldn't get an equaliser. It was Millwall's first away win since December, and only their 4th for the season, as they continue to remarkably keep in touch with the playoffs despite 20 players being injured at different times this season. Stop talking about the playoffs. It's not going to happen. Rowett was able to bring on 16-year-old Zach Lovelace. Yeah, he's 16 now. He's had his birthday since then. For his second line's appearance, while Bennett was also given a rest as George Evans was introduced against his former club. And the Millwall team was as follows: Biakowski, Hutchison, Cooper, Murray, Wallace, McNamara, Mitchell, Saville, Malone, Jed Wallace, Burry, and Bennett, and the subs were Lovelace for Burry and Evans for Bennett. There you go. There you go. It's a fantastic result. I had to laugh. I was kind of watching it. I wasn't glued to it. I was watching it, so I had to do some other stuff at the same time. But you gotta laugh after we score so early on. The camera's cut to Gary and he looks miserable. He looks utterly miserable. He's like, that wasn't the game plan. You're supposed to keep it to 0-0. Why you spoil it by scoring? He really didn't look happy at all. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah. So absolutely fantastic result and fantastic performance as well. Never really troubled by Derby. We had several decent chances and we took 2 of them and ended up winning the game, and just unlucky at the end. Their pitch isn't that good. It's kind of like it's cutting up a bit. Their pitch, very muddy, which is weird because I thought they had a hybrid pitch. Maybe not. But yeah, you can see with Cooper, it just swung a boot at the ball that came in. They ended up looping it over Biakowski, which is unfortunate. But apart from that, Derby really didn't threaten that much. And we should have probably won that 2-0, to be honest. Yeah. But yeah, fantastic result, and it's like I said, this is the 4th time now that we've won 3 games in a row under Gary Rowett. We haven't won 4 games in a row, and we now go to we now play Sheffield United at home, and they are in a lot of form as well, which we'll get into later. But so let's have some post-match comments. So this is from newsatden.co.uk. Mill game plan praised by Derby County defenders. Lions make it 3 in a row. Derby defender Nathan Byrne praised Millwall for the way they nullified the home side in the Lions 2-1 win at Pride Park on Wednesday night. Jed Wallace and Tyler Burry scored before Jake Cooper's own goal with 2 minutes left gave the Rams hope, but the visitors held on for a 3rd win in a row. The first half has cost us, Byrne told Derby's media. We know we weren't good enough, but I think we probably had the same amount of chances they did, but they took theirs and we didn't. I think you've got to give Mill credit for the way they set up. They stopped us playing our normal game, but we have always got to find a way. In the first half, unfortunately, we didn't. It was better in the second half, but when a team has a 2-0 lead, it's easier for them to sit in and soak up the pressure. We were always going to give it a go, but it's not enough for the situation we are in. We still believe, and everyone here is positive in there. We still have 2 massive away games coming up, so we will prepare right, give it our all. We know we need to be better at both ends of the pitch, score more goals, and that's what we're trying to do. The fight is always going to be there with this group of players. It's the most honest, hard-working group of players I've played with. That's never in doubt, but we need to kick on now and hopefully go on a run. The boys will prepare now, travel down to Luton, and hopefully we can get a result there. So that was comments from Nathan Byrne, Derby County defender, on his post-match comments. I don't know if so. We haven't got the Newsatden and South London Press haven't written up any of Gary Rowett's comments or any other comments from the players. I don't know why that is. Maybe it was the videos came out a bit too late. I don't know. Maybe they're saving it for tomorrow, so it'll have more impact when they publish it in the morning. It's kind of probably wasting it now, publishing it 10 o'clock at night. Maybe they'll save it for tomorrow morning. Don't know, but it is again another quick turnaround because we've got Thursday tomorrow, and then on Friday you're obviously already looking ahead to the Sheffield United game, which is kind of weird. Like playing on Wednesdays, the last season and the season before we've started having the odd Wednesday game, which is very weird. I really don't like them at all. I'd much rather be playing on Tuesday, which is our traditional midweek game, a match day. So Wednesday match day. Not a fan for me. Sorry, I'm not. So let's move. You can see the mini table there on the right hand side of the News of Den web page, which is the thing they do. Let's have a proper look at the table here. So you can see we're 12th. We got 46 points, and there's still a 4-point gap between us and 9th place in Coventry. You can see there we won. You can see the 3 wins in a row. But we, like I said, we now play Sheffield United at home, and they are in 6th place, so they are where we want to be. And look at their form. They haven't lost in the last 5 games. They've won 3 and drawn 2. So very much a team in form, along with Huddersfield Town. And I think it's just those 2 teams that are unbeaten in the last 5 games. Now, is that good or is that bad? Well, you would suggest they're due it. They're due a defeat. They haven't had a defeat for a while. They're going to have to lose sometime. Maybe on Saturday when we play them at home. But I said, like I said, people talking about play. They started talking about playoffs now. I mean, be serious. Like, there's just to get up to 9th, we have to win 2 games in a row and hope Coventry's results go again, and the 2 teams above them as well. West Brom, Nottingham Forest, and Coventry. They all drop points. So we've got to win 5 games in a row. I hope the teams above us lose a couple. So realistically, it's not going to happen. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. Have strange things happened? Yes. Have strange things happened to Millwall? Yes. But let's just take one game as it comes, yeah. Which is Sheffield United at home. Let's focus on that. See what we can do, and then we keep doing that game by game, and then we'll see where that gets us. No point looking ahead now to playoffs. It's just not something we need to be doing. So our game last weekend was postponed, as you all know by now, especially if you're watching my videos. New date for Blackburn versus Millwall confirmed. So we now have a new date. This is from millwallfc.co.uk. Millwall's Sky Bet Championship fixture at Blackburn Rovers will now take place on Tuesday, the 8th of March. Kick-off 7:45 PM. So basically, not technically the earliest date they could have done. They could have done the Tuesday, the 1st of March. That's probably a bit too short notice for fans. So realistically, this is as soon as they could have got it on. So I suppose that's good. The original meeting between Tony Mowbray and Garrett's outfits was postponed due to adverse weather conditions last weekend. See picture above. Meaning the sides will now play under the lights at Ewood Park. As per an earlier statement, the Lions will fund coach travel for supporters wishing to travel to the arranged match, whilst ticket selling details will be confirmed as soon as possible. Yeah, but that's all well and good, but like a midweek game, you got to take the day off. Take the day off work, probably the day after as well, or have a late start. And you got to get a coach. When you got to get a coach up there, probably about 12 PM, 1 PM, to get up there for a 7:45 kickoff. Not an ideal situation. But what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So yeah, so the game rearranged for 2 weeks time, Tuesday the 8th of March. Put that in your diaries. And like, I don't know if it's gonna be on iFollow. Probably not. You could, just because your game is on midweek, you can't have a game on iFollow. There are limits about how many games you can have on iFollow, because they don't want it to affect attendances. But this would be probably one game that a lot of fans would want to see on iFollow. Here's an idea. What if it is on iFollow? What about all the fans that went up there on the original date and can't make it now? What if they got some a credit so they could tune into iFollow. How about that? I don't know about that, but that would be nice. So moving on now to this that come out of the blue. This has been reported at other places, but this is the story I'm bringing you now is from londonnewsonline.co.uk. Stoke City's head of recruitment Alex Aldridge linked with Millwall return, or otherwise known as Aldo. The person who actually created News at Den before selling it to the Suffolk News. Stoke City's head of recruitment Alex Aldridge is reportedly set to rejoin Millwall. Football Insider claim. So that's another a website called Football Insider claimed that Aldridge has agreed terms with the Londoners and a deal was expected to be completed. He was appointed by Stoke in August 2020. He had been in the same role with the Lions for more than 3 years before making the move to their Championship rivals. Aldridge initially joined the SE16 outfit in May 2015 and then was promoted to head up the department in July 2017. He became the youngest head of recruitment when he took on the job at the Lions at the age of 24. Harvey Bustle replaced Aldridge in time for the 2021 January transfer window. He had previously been head of scouting at Birmingham City for more than 6 years. So, what does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? There have been some rumours. There was some rumours last couple of weeks ago on Twitter, rumours, so whatever that means, and it seemed to be emanating from a Sunderland fan. Basically, the Sunderland fan was saying Gary Rowett had applied for the Sunderland manager's job, and apparently he also applied for a West Brom manager's job. Apparently, rumours. What does that mean? And apparently, well, no, I don't know this for sure. Gary Rowett's contract is up at the end of the season. So he's been here. It would be 2.5 years at the end of the season. Looks like maybe he might be on his way. And of course, that guy Harvey Bustle is his guy that he's brought in. So you would think if Gary Rowett knows that he's on his way, then Harvey Bustle will probably go with him wherever he's going. So maybe this is related to that. Maybe Gary Rowett is leaving in the summer. Who knows? But it does seem a strange move. It does seem a strange move to bring the guy back. Maybe, I don't know. It is a weird one, isn't it? It is a weird one. You would think normally jobs like this they kind of advertise them. So maybe they didn't advertise it because basically they would be admitting that our Harvey Bustle guy is leaving at the end of the year. So you would imagine that Alex Aldridge is coming in to be a permanent. Well, he's not just coming in to fill the gap until whenever. So you think he's coming in permanently as a permanent person going forward. He's not just there as like an emergency. Oh shit, we need someone because Gary Rowett's leaving and Harvey Bustle's leaving. So who do we know? Oh, we know Alex Aldridge, so let's bring him back. You don't know, but or could it be that Harvey Bustle is actually staying and Alex Aldridge is there as well to beef up the situation? Because in John Berylson's statement that I brought you last week, he did say that this summer is going to be a big amount of recruiting going on for Millwall. He did say it was a big summer of recruiting players. He did say that because we have got a lot of loan players in now. So if they go back, when they go back to their clubs, that a lot of the loan players are our best players, to be honest. Yeah, Benicophobe, Danny Ballard. So when they go back, that leaves us depleted. Gary Rowett's already let our squad players who are permanently signed with us go, like Bod Varson, Matt Smith, Ben Thompson. He's let them go. So what are we going to do in the summer? So maybe Alex Aldridge is being brought in to beef it up because we need her to do a lot of business. Or maybe he's been brought in to replace Arthur Bustle who's leaving Gary out. We will have to wait and see. So we're going to move on to this now. Obviously, yesterday I told you Bristol City under 23s beat Millwall under 23s 4-0. And then the managers had a little chat about what went on there. So Kevin Nugent being moaned. A tough day as his under 23 slipped to a 4-0 loss at Bristol City in the Professional Development League on Tuesday afternoon, which I watched. I don't know, did any of you watch it? It was being shown live through Bristol City's kind of website that they do. You just have to register for an account, so I had to do that and got to watch it, which was nice for free. Well, it was until we ended up losing. The Lions suffered an uncharacteristic off day at the Robbinside Performance Centre, conceding twice in each half to suffer a heavy loss. We started the game really well, but then we conceded a poor goal from our own free kick. They counter-attacked us, Nugent told millfc.co.uk. We then conceded again and the heads went down. It's difficult at the moment because we're missing a lot of players through injury and suspension, but overall it wasn't the greatest of performances. In and out of possession, we weren't great. In the second half, 2 set pieces were our undoing. We had a chance before the third in which Tom Leahy was unlucky not to score, with an effort going inches past the post, but it was a tough day all round. Yeah, I saw that Tom Leahy goal was pretty decent. Marched down the left flank, cut inside on his right foot and tried to dink it in the corner, and it just went past the post. Would have been a pretty decent goal if he'd have scored that, but was not to be. We're going to end today's video with this, bringing you so Shop the Turnstile arranged. So Millwall seem to be partnering with some kind of company called Turnstile, and you can see here they are doing a number of items based around Millwall shirts, kind of gift style items, cushions and whatnot, aprons and stuff, with the Ryman, the Captain Morgan, the Giorgio and the Fairview shirts. And you can order these online through the Lions store. I think they're going to be fulfilled by Turnstile store.co.uk. Yeah, you can't get these in the club shop. You do have to order them online. But yeah, you can see them here. There's cushions there. They look like your pretty box standard cushion, to be honest. Yeah. You can get personalized mugs and whatnot. Some towels there. And this one here, I don't know what that is. Is that, what is that? Is that what is a kit canvas? I don't know what that is. Is that what is that? It's like a poster. It's canvas is like what you do a painting on, no? On a frame. So is this like a cloth of the Millwall kit stretched over a frame for a painting or something like that? Don't know, to be honest. It does look kind of weird. I don't know what canvas is. Why would you have something? Oh yeah, it is. It's like a picture frame. There. Is it made of cloth though, or is it plastic or paper, whatever, you know, wood? I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, it looks a bit weird. But yeah, so this company Turnstile, whoever they are, we all have done a deal with them, whatever. Let them knock all this stuff up, and they're selling it through the. This is a chopping board. Chopping board. Chopping board. Are they plastic or wooden? Do you think it says? I don't know. Description. Let's have a look. It doesn't say, which is a shame when it looks plastic, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks plastic the way those lines are. But it's a bit weird in you can only order it online. It should be description should be a bit more about it than that. Bar runners, passport holder there. Yeah, all kinds of. Hey, look, face masks just in time for when the requirements for a mask are being removed. Isn't that great? A pet mat. A pet mat. Isn't that? Oh. Okay. Okay. A bandana. Wow. Bandana. You can wear your gang colours on your head. Coaster. Bottle opener. All kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Crazy stuff there. Baby bib. That's not bad. There you go. All this stuff is available to order. All very reasonably priced. And there you go. And that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.